CBAI.
Hey all, this is Cam with CBAI. Thanks for tuning in today. Version 4.5 just dropped of the Suno model, so I'm excited to try that out. I haven't got to play with it a whole lot. I was away, and so just getting into things. I'm pretty excited about this, so today's episode is just going to be me trying things out and give it some commentary, and hopefully you'll gain some benefit from it too. If not, I hope it's a little bit entertaining. So let's jump into it. So today, as I said, version 4.5 came out. So far, I've worked on this song I'm working on, which is in jungle drum and bass type of genre, which is electronic dance music, really fast if you're not familiar with that genre. And so it's called This Is Not Goodbye. I was trying for a long time to get this to come out in a way that I liked in version 4, and I just couldn't really get it. It was not doing what I wanted. And the reason why I think is it was a little bit complicated. Version 4.5 is cool because at least one of the ways that they're marketing it is that it's really good for genre mashups, and I'm super into that. I love combining two different genres and try to get a new sound. And so for this one, the core of the song, the genre is drum and bass, but I wanted to combine that with like a Latin percussion instrument. So I wanted to have a mix between, instead of for example, jungle drum and bass has a lot of these breaks and crossover with reggae, but I wanted to try it with something else like samba, Latin American music. So I was trying really hard to get it to come out in version 4, and I couldn't do it. And then in version 5, I got some really awesome stuff that came out. So let me go in, I think, and this episode will be pretty freeform, so I'm just gonna jump around probably. But let me show you how many I tried. So the song is This Is Not Goodbye, but originally, because I was playing around with stuff, I was calling it Goofy Goodbye. And so I have, this is where my V4 starts, and I'm going through, I have all these V4s. I've tried just so many times doing covers, cover chains, fresh stuff, just there's a lot. So burned a lot of credits, didn't really get where I wanted. Whatever, that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. But like I said, let's look at the style real quick and some of the prompts, because this one is pretty close. So I use jungle drum and bass with bossa nova breaks on this one. So I guess samba, bossa nova, some kind of Latin genre, but not reggae. And then also I added in some of the instruments I wanted to be in there. So I've got claves, samba whistle, classical guitar, and classical guitar leads. Just trying to create something new and interesting with Suno. Put in some quotes here to try to get somebody to speak like a quotation, and then give some tags like bossa nova, classical guitar up here. And then I wanted to kind of start out calm with more like a Latin percussion type sound, and then from there go into the chorus and come in with all those jungle and drum and bass sounds with like all the drums and the bass and the more upbeat feel to it. So I put fast jungle drum and bass with bossa breaks, and then very simple lyrics, just This Is Not Goodbye, and then with a callback in parentheses goodbye, or like a background vocals. And then in the hook, I was also trying to get it, for example, here to break off to only bossa nova classical guitar, then build back up to fast jungle drum and bass, keep the guitar. One of my tracks, this was really good that it did. So then I have a bunch of ohs, ooh, yeah, yeah, those kind of things. And then instrumental break, I have a bossa nova break with catchy fast drum and bass here. And then more kind of in parentheses, wanted it to be more like that electronic dance music where it's more just singing and not words, and a little bit electronic-y. And then it goes from there. I'll just highlight it really quick if you want to pause the screen if you're interested in what I was doing with it here. So the main difference is I also have this parentheses I. For some reason, if you do that and you put the dot dot dot, sometimes you get cool stuff, I found. So little tip there. The same thing here. I have this a. Sometimes you can get it to do the what do you call it? The echo sound, like that kind of a thing. So I was trying that. Anyway, so let's listen to the one this is what I didn't like. So let's compare version 4. Let's check it out. And I will, oh, I don't have a mute button. I'm trying out a new headset too, so let's try it.
Hey, why'd you have to go?
Miss ya.
This is not goodbye. Goodbye. This is not goodbye. Goodbye. This is not goodbye. Goodbye. This is not goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay, so that intro was terrible. I really hated it. The beats are fine, whatever. It's kind of generic to me, so I was like, it's not transforming. Like, if we're gonna be doing music AI, all the people that are anti-AI are complaining about how it's just ruining music or whatever, and AI is the worst thing ever. Well, hey, it takes a lot of effort to make good AI music, I think, and it helps to write it well. So let's not put out generic stuff. Let's try to make it better. So again, that's my V4. I did not like it. There's a lot of versions. I didn't really like any of them. So let's check out, I think it was this one. Let's see here. Let's pull up the v4.5 so we can analyze it real quick. Pull up my full styles. So I did change it a little bit. But for the most part, it's similar. So jungle, drum and bass. And I didn't do a cover. I just started fresh with version 4.5. I just gave up on all my other V4 stuff. So fast, classical guitar, Latin, percussion instruments. I left it a little bit more free-flowing on that instead of typing the exact instruments. Liquid jungle, drum and bass, liquid jungle, drum and bass. And then I said I wanted it mixed with samba at the beginning, if you can see that there. So, and here, and then I added more tags a little bit into the meta tags. So it could be a little bit of me changing my prompt, but I think the v4.5 you'll see is quite awesome. So lots of Latin percussion, fast samba, sounds of the beach and jungle echo in the background. And then, some spoken word stuff here. And then tried tags, echo delay, spoken word, again, like that. Put some build-ups, fast jungle, drum and bass. What else did we do here? Claps, break off, then build back up to fast samba with D&B. That's drum and bass. I put in samba break instead of reggae breaks in there. But I've got the lyrics are the same, so I'm just changing my tags at this point and my style prompt a little bit. Added a fade out in here. So slight modifications, but for the most part, it's pretty similar. So let's check it out.
This is not goodbye. 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 This is not goodbye.
Alright, and let me show you one more example. This is the exact same prompt as the previous song we listened to in 4.5, and I really like this one as well. It did not do the samba stuff that I wanted, but I did like how it handled all of my parentheses, and it really gave it that, I guess you would call it an echo or a delay effect, where it's like, and they created some very cool stuff with that. So let me show you a little bit of what that sounded like and how v4.5 was really awesome in that area. So here we go. Put myself on mute real quick.
This is not goodbye. This is not goodbye. This is not goodbye. This is not This is not goodbye. This is not goodbye. This is not goodbye. Goodbye.
I think that's enough for that version of the song. So let's go into the next one. So where this is really starting to shine, I think, is that you can use a feature within version 4.5, which will let you spice up your prompt. I think it's just 4.5. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just started trying this out, but I basically used a similar prompt to what you saw earlier, where I typed in all of the names of the instruments I wanted, and I wrote that I wanted it to be, you know, liquid jungle drum and bass mixed with samba breaks or samba music and Latin percussion. And so what you do is you click the button, and like other AI, it's going to spice up your prompt, because I was just doing my word comma word comma word comma, and it will turn it into a prompt that's more written out. And this is the prompt that it used. Let's go over here. So it shows as upbeat samba rhythms fused with liquid jungle drum and bass. Syncopated classical guitar carries the melody, overdriving rolling bass lines and slick break beats. Percussion, timbale, samba whistle, claves, shaker, shakere, and kabasa adds brightness and rhythmic depth throughout. That was okay. I didn't know that you could prompt like that in Suno, so I learned a new thing, and this came out a lot better. So the lyrics are the same. For this version, I did go in and I have started to take out the tags, because this is the one I'm going to use as my final version, because it's the closest. But let's check it out. I'll show you as well the next version in a second, and it has the meta tags. So let's give a little bit of a listen to this one.
This is not goodbye. 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 This is not goodbye.
All right, so that's it for that one. Really, really liked how that came out. And the next one as well. This one had everything I wanted. It had drum and bass, it had the breaks, it followed it pretty well with my prompts. It had all those samba instruments in there. It was freaking awesome. So I really like this. v4.5 is rocking. And then this is another version. It's a runner up. This might be my favorite, but I'm trying to put more drum and bass type focus in the channel, or the one I have here on Suno. So I'm trying to narrow down what I'm doing. I really like this one too, but I would say it's more in the house genre than drum and bass, but still the song was just kicking. So let's check it out.
This is not goodbye. 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 This is not goodbye.
All right, so that's my other one that I really like. So this was kicking. I liked them both. Super awesome. V4.5 is cool. So yeah, this is just my first run through. I wanted to do a quick video on that and show you what I've been playing around with. Give me some ideas. Leave me some comments on what videos you want to see. I would recommend, this is my first thing I've been trying, take songs you've been trying to make sound good, take lyrics you've been making, and all the songs that you gave up on because the other versions of Suno weren't good enough, too much shimmer, just didn't like what it was creating. Go try and recreate them. If you haven't published your songs yet, go in and try to do it in 4.5. Try playing with the remaster, try and playing with the cover, or just go in and just create a brand new song if you never got the music that you liked. See what 4.5 will give you, tweak it around, and see what you can get. Go ahead and try it. This is Cam with CBAI. Thanks for watching. Give me a like, give me a subscribe if you like this stuff. Leave me a comment, and until next time, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.